Hi, and welcome to Module 2 of the Unit Manager's portion of the Employee Orientation. The goal of each of these videos is to share information that you will need to know in order to function and be successful in SICU. Each module is about 10 minutes long and covers topics listed on this checklist. The checklist can be found in your new orientation competency package. A crucial part of success in SICU is fitting into the culture of the unit. So we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about the Jackson CARE values and SICU culture. CARE is the acronym for the JHS organizational values. It stands for compassion, accountability, respect, and expertise. So C is for compassion. It's one thing to feel compassion or empathy for a patient or their family. In SICU, it is the expectation that every employee actually demonstrates compassion through their actions. When you're in the unit, you will notice that acts of kindness are embedded in the everyday care of our patients. Compassion is actually visible in the care that we give to our patients, the way we deal with the families, and our interactions with each other. A is for accountability. It is the expectation that every employee is accountable and responsible when it comes to not only the care of the patient, but also how they conduct themselves as a member of the team. Every one of us is responsible for the care that we deliver to our patients and to do everything possible to ensure that our patients have a good outcome. This could mean staying on top of any information and being aware and responsible for anything that you are tasked to learn, paying attention to orders, carefully assessing the patient and escalating issues, following up and following through on those issues. It also means showing responsibility and accountability for all of the care that is delivered in the SICU. It is our expectation that all SICU staff members assist each other. It's not your patient or my patient, it's our patient. It is especially important that we oversee and assist all the care that is delivered by any float or agency staff or anybody new to the unit. It's really important that everybody understands that we are each accountable and responsible for ensuring a safe and thorough handoff of the patient. We really cannot understate the importance of shift handoff or SBAR report. It is designed solely for the purpose of keeping the patient safe. Failure to conduct safe shift handoff is truly considered irresponsible and reckless and really will not be tolerated in SICU. Accountability also applies to how we conduct ourselves as employees and representatives of the Public Health Trust. We are accountable for and responsible to adhering to the standards of excellence and the JHS Code of Conduct. When I first started at Jackson, my nurse manager said to me, "Would you be proud if what you did showed up on the front page of the Miami Herald? If the answer is yes, you're good to go." R for respect. In part, respect refers to how we communicate. It is expected that every member of SICU communicates to any other team member, patient, or family member in a way that is professional and respectful and in line with the other care values. This expectation is in place irregardless of rightness or wrongness. We ask you to give the benefit of the doubt to each other and believe that everyone on the team is trying to do the best that they can with what they have, given the circumstances which they find themselves. Opportunities to improve should be brought forward and discussed. Opportunities for coaching will be identified and acted on. But no matter what, deficits or perceived deficits will never be discussed in the patient care area. It is essential that we are always promoting and managing up all members of the patient's care team. Any opportunity for improvement will happen behind closed doors, never patient-facing. For example, radiology is short-staffed today. That may be an accurate statement, but it's definitely something the patient does not need to know or be concerned about. Bring the issue forward professionally and respectfully and assist the institution to do better. Respect also refers to the manner on how we give and receive feedback. It's not easy to give feedback and it's not easy to receive feedback. So please realize that we expect the A&Ms and the employees to give feedback and sometimes it doesn't feel good. Please do not take it personally. Reflect on it and see if there's opportunity to do better, but do not be defensive. So finally, E. E is for expertise. In SICU, you will find the most complex patients in any ICU at Jackson Memorial. Each patient has a unique plan of care. A liver transplant is different than a liver kidney, is different than a liver heart, is different from a multivisceral transplant. SICU is not a cookie-cutter unit. Every patient has a primary team and is managed by the SICU team. I tell all the new employees that every day you'll come to work with your suitcase. Today the suitcase is empty, but every day you'll learn something and you'll put it in your suitcase. Every day and with every situation you add something to the suitcase until you have so much knowledge in the suitcase that you're prepared to manage the sickest, most complex patients you can imagine. The learning curve in SICU is extremely steep. Generally, it takes at least a year to learn enough to care for a patient independently. Just remember, we are here to support you and we understand the challenges. So next, we would like to touch upon AIDIT. AIDIT is an outline or framework that all communication should be structured within. It's a common sense approach to professional and effective communication. So AIDIT, acknowledge people. Introduce yourself. Let someone know how long something may take. Explain the rationale. And thank people. Thank you goes a long way. Another principle of excellent communication is the use of the 10-5 rule. So at 10 feet, acknowledge any individuals, and at 5 feet, greet and engage the individuals. So it's very, very important to realize that nonverbal communication and tone of voice are extremely important. Be aware of body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice whenever you are communicating with patients, family members, or any members of our care team. Okay, so on to HCAHPS. What is HCAHPS? So HCAHPS stands for Hospital Consumers Assessments of Healthcare Providers and Services. It's basically a patient or family satisfaction survey of the hospital and is a requirement of CMS. At this time, the survey does not have questions that actually reflect directly on the ICU. However, it is our expectation that if we did, 100% of the time, patients and family would report excellent service from the SICU. Even when the outcome is not what we had hoped for, families will send letters and express appreciation for the care and caring that the family member had received while they were in the SICU. So HCAHPS results are very, very important. The survey results are publicly reported. They can and do affect our reputation in the community as the provider of choice. Insurance companies use the information to decide where to send their clients, and the results also affect the way CMS will reimburse us for the care that we give. The patient may not understand what exactly we are doing, but they certainly will remember how we made them feel during their stay here. Okay, so that's it for Module 2. Like always, thank you for your attention, and please bring any issues or concerns forward to your Associate Nurse Manager or Nurse Manager. And again, welcome to SICU.